want to walk through it here?
Sure, let's do it.
What
happened?
What happened? What happened was, first of all, you know, I don't know. It's similar to, you know, what I was expressing with the American Century Championship, where you're out of your lane and it's sort of out of body, even with being on television.
Yep.
Okay, when you stroll out onto that set, and there's the studio audience, there's the board, there are the lights, and then Steve Harvey comes walking out. It's really wild, right? Like, did you guys not feel
it was wild? It was wild.
For sure.
Having watched that show since we were little kids,
yes,
it's like I was telling people, it was out of body. It was very surreal.
And now you got to think on your feet, and now you have experience in this sort of thing.
And I'm glad
TJ.
you guys got to see, because the big running joke is like me and how I didn't do well, even though I got to the finals of the show. But I'm glad you guys got to experience it, because although when I did Price is Right, we didn't have an audience. There was
because
just
during the COVID years, right?
But you get to see, man, like, you got to like come, and it's not just like a normal answer. You got to think, what are people who are walking around in the middle of the mall in the middle of the day doing, who got asked these questions? You know, it's not as easy and simple as you think.
With all due respect, there, okay, for the top few answers on the board, what are the top answers why you don't go to a nudist colony or something like that?
Why you wouldn't be a nudist?
Why you wouldn't be a nudist? That was what it was.
Del Tufo.
He blew that one.
By the way,
what was your answer on that again, Mike?
I didn't want
nobody wants to
scare the kids.
I would scare the kids.
You
that
said
actually
you'd
wasn't a
scare
horrible
people.
answer.
No, that one.
Number one.
The one I said because you're religious.
Yeah, but that was,
which I thought was
good too.
Great joke.
That wasn't even there.
That wasn't even there.
That wasn't even there.
That's like, I mean.
But and Chris got that right. Correct. That was you versus Marvin.
Correct.
And you got us control of the board.
Yes.
By saying, what was your answer?
Number one answer. I'm too fat.
Okay. And sadly, that was our high point, because we won the first game.
Yep.
Yeah, and then you got control of the board.
Yep. We were off to a great start.
Okay. And we were off to a great start.
Great start.
I had a great line, right?
Yep.
Where we decided Thor, right?
Yep,
He says, like, why would you say Thor, Steve? Because he brings the hammer, Steve, right? Why would you say Thor, Rich?
Quality.
Right. It was great. And also, even after you controlling the board, next, after you got control of the board back, TJ, you came up with the line of the show, as far as I'm concerned. The great moment, and I think this is part of the reason, because I saw some of the guys. I saw Seaton and at the American Century Championship, because Dan was doing his show from there.
Oh, shout out Seaton. He was awesome playing.
He was great.
Yeah, he was
right.
great. He was
And Fritz was unstoppable, right?
Yeah.
We were stunned. We were both like taken aback when we first heard that we were part of the season premiere.
Yeah.
Like, wow, okay, that we were season premiere worthy. But we provided some funny moments. Obviously, Marvin's family being in the audience was a great, hilarious moment. Yeah. And then you answering the why wouldn't you be a nudist you said because of your little Steve. You saying that to Steve Harvey, he made a typical Steve Harvey grade A full course meal out of that moment. That was laugh out loud funny. So you did what you like to do, which is to entertain while game playing.
Yep.
You stuck the landing on it because it was on the board, not as little Steve. But,
Well, here's the thing, though.
And then after that moment, somebody followed up with scaring somebody, right? Felly got one right, didn't he? He got it right.
Felly got his right.
And then I came
back to you.
To me, and I said, you're religious.
Yep.
And then Dan stole it by saying sunburn.
Well, then I got another one, and then TJ, you had another chance.
And all I could think of was like, because there's kids around, and Steve was like, "Are you sure you want to use that?" And I was like, "Well, yeah, you wouldn't want to do this because because some people are fine walking around butt naked in front of their kids,
despite their little Steve."
Yeah. So
okay,
but here's the deal: I didn't watch it. I didn't watch it, Jimmy, but I did see the clip of me giving that answer, and it seemed like the entire thing got chopped out.
It's on my notes, TJ. Y'all, it was hilarious. And Rich, did Steve call you Rick at the very end accidentally?
I don't know, but that wouldn't be a first. It wouldn't be a first for me.
Rick Eisen sounds like he's a CPA for thrift stores.
I got it. Thanks for the call, Jimmy. Appreciate it.
A lot of the really funny stuff, like TJ stuff, got edited out, and they didn't even mention the Marvin's family stuff. None of that was in the episode.
Oh, it wasn't.
No, none of it made it. Yeah,
Interesting.
Like, all the super funny stuff. Like they did keep Fritz doing his imitation of Steve.
Okay.
And
what about the You Nervous story that I told about Dan?
That didn't make it. They did keep TJ doing the selfie. Who are you up against?
Fritzy.
Yeah, so you and Fritzy and Steve, that selfie that you took, that made it. Okay. But a lot of the really funny parts that we thought during the live taping
hit the cutting room floor.
Didn't make the final
edit. Mike, that should be up there from Steve. After I beat Seaton.
But we were very disappointed to not
it was terrible.
win.
Guys, if you remember the one thing they told us before the show was like, if someone gives an answer and if you say the same answer, it's an X. Well, not to complain, but at one point the pot was really big. It was about, I want to say 200 plus points.
Yeah.
Fritzy gave an answer that was already given.
Yep.
They let him give the answer again.
Oh, that's right. Oh,
we had the answer ready to steal.
So
we
hold on a second.
So we were ready to steal it.
And again, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know anymore. Again, of what people, when you run into people, like I ran into folks in the gallery of the American Century Championship. That's why I haven't seen it yet because Thursday night that was the karaoke night at
doing that,
and I had to go crush that before
it's on Hulu, full episode on Hulu.
Okay, and Hulu right here on the Roku platform and portal.
If you missed it,
yes. So I haven't seen that yet, nor have I really heard anything other than the fact that people in the gallery all weekend long at the American Century Championship were telling me that Dan has been laying into us.
Oh yeah,
on his program.
Like he won't do a rematch.
That they've been having fun. And
by the way,
but when people say that, I don't know if it's true. I don't know if they might exaggerate it because they know that Dan and I have a long-standing relationship. Where he still hazes me even to this day.
Little brothers you a little bit.
I got a text yesterday after finishing second to last. I got a text from Dan Patrick saying you owned Dylan Dreyer. Is what he texted me. Okay. So to this day, it's nonstop. But I think we're closing in on our fourth decade of him hazing me. Okay.
Sure.
So you own Dylan Dreyer! Exclamation point from Dan Patrick. An hour after finishing. Yeah, right there. Okay, very good. Okay, you don't have to show it. Everyone can look it up.
Oh, look at who's in front of you.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Technically, you tied Catherine Tappan.
I know. And by the way, I had a par putt on the final hole where I could have been 59.
Oh.
Anyway.
All right.
That said, if there is some sort of standing we can have to,
100%.
if you will, protest the result.
100% we can.
TJ.
I'm just saying, it was like we were told specifically.
We can protest the result because we would have gotten the board back.
Because he gave the answer we were sitting on.
Yeah.
And then.
That's right.
You remember that? Yeah.
He gave that answer on his second bite at that apple.
And, and then remember Dan did the one about his wife, and then they were like, oh, a human being.
That was kind of questionable as well.
Questionable
so the question is there a game show appeals court?
We're going.
Or
should we call
judge?
Judy?
Or let's say, do we now just in the same genre of daytime television, even though this is a nighttime primetime made for primetime Celebrity Family Feud event, Judge Judy? Do we go? Where does one take this grievance? Is all I'm saying.
Great question.
Yeah, I mean, look, I don't think we don't want to look like sore losers.
Yeah, they did close it out. They were down. They had 2 answers on the board in the final one with 2 strikes and got them both to win.
They did make some great runs.
Yeah, and Dan and Fritzy dominated the final round.
Well,
so,
by the way,
that
was the thing that I was chafing about.
We also would have dominated.
We would have dominated that.
Yeah.
Oh, that one. Those were easy.
And that's not one of those things
easy.
where it's just like you're in the bright lights and like no those.
No, we were playing along.
I do believe again the Celebrity Family Feud folks and kudos to them want to give
money
away.
to charity.
Yes, give money to charity.
Right.
Which is awesome.
And what is it? The Boys and Girls Club of Milford, Connecticut. Which, by the way, I'm glad for them.
Hats off. Yeah.
And like you said, had we won, we had already decided there was going to be you and Chris that would go up and do the final 2. So it's like,
it would have been fun. Maybe we'll get another chance.
Yeah. But not if we file a grievance.
No, definitely.
We should probably not file a grievance.
In the Court of Game Show Appeal?
Yeah. And again,
where is that? There you go.
We said this once you were gone. The Family Feud people, like everything, top notch from everyone we dealt with on emails.
Oh, yeah, it was so
they were amazing. It was so much
Lifetime fun. Lifetime fun.
Yeah, first class.
Lifetime fun. Catch the Rich Eisen Show live weekdays from 12 to 3 p.m. Eastern on Roku Sports Channel in the U.S.